Have you ever had such wild spiritual experiences? Maybe something happened to you that you feel like you want to tell everyone about it, but at the same time, you realize that if you're going to tell anyone about it, they're going to think that you lost it completely this time. Well, I had quite a few of such experiences. For a long time, I haven't spoken about them at all to nobody. Right now, I feel like I don't have many people that I could talk about it to or any. So I thought, why not just do it here? And then maybe, hopefully, somebody who see this and think to themselves, hey, I had such experiences too. And hey, I'm not alone. And maybe we can just share them here and not feel like weirdos anymore. Because I think that it is weird in this like normal society that we live in, but it is normal. It's magic. And why don't we make magic normal? It's why don't we live our lives in like, I don't know, in a fairy tale, this magical place? And I can tell you, I like to build this magical, beautiful bubble around me and just um, go through my life like this and not letting in any negativity, anything that I do not resonate with. And many might say that this is not the right way to do it, but I can tell you, I tried the other way. I tried seeing the pain of the world and actually taking it in and seeing everything what's going on and not turn myself away from it. And it got me to a depression. I didn't necessarily do anything good to change any of that. And then that's where I realized that in order for me to bring some good into the world, in order for me to make even just a tiny bit of a change, I actually have to stay in that beautiful bubble that I built for myself. I actually have to be so stubborn and not go out of that bubble and not let anything that it doesn't resonate with my beautiful bubble in order to actually be somebody who can make some change in the world. Maybe even if it's just a tiny bit of a change, because if I'm sad and depressed and you're around me, you're not going to feel any better. That was actually a big realization, and that was something that took a while for me to realize. Took a while because I stepped out of that bubble, and to get back in it took me years. um well, not too many years, but like few years. I realized that what I need to do is just make this bubble bigger. Make this bubble bigger, invite more people into my bubble, or let's share these beautiful bubbles, so that is basically the reason as well why I want to. My cat is sneezing right now. Why I want to share these experiences, share the magic. Because when you think about the life, when you think about all the things that has happened, for example, for me, it just doesn't make sense. And this explanation of the world the way it is in like science books, the way that we are used to hear about it, it doesn't make sense. And I had some really deep thoughts about it. I thought about all of these like magical moments of the soul, and how did we even get here? Where do we live in? Is it I don't know, is the earth flat? Is earth round? Is it a simulation? The only answer I get for myself is that I don't know. I never been outside of my body. Well, kind of, but not outside of this world, basically. I haven't been out, so I don't know. And I cannot claim that I know anything. But what I do know is that I have had some crazy experiences that I cannot explain in with the means that we are provided by the science, for example. It just doesn't make sense. So this leads me to believe that we're just our magic, and that magic is something that science has not found out yet. And these things that are happening is, some people never experience anything like that throughout their lives. And maybe even if you're so fixated on only this is possible and the rest is woo woo and fairy tales, and you do not believe that, well, maybe then you're just blocking it from coming into your life. And if you would believe it, you would also experience it, which also confirms the theory that our mind is capable of creating whatever we want to, and that we can just choose, to let the magic in or not to let it in. So, with that being said, I want to let the magic flow into my life freely, and I want to share it. I do not want to experience things and close off and only have them for myself, even if it was an amazing, beautiful thing that happened, just because I think that people that I would like to tell the story to will not understand. So, in the hopes that maybe we can find the tribe, the community of more people who can share these stories with, and not only share these stories with, but maybe also inspire and open up the mind maybe of some other people who are just maybe interested and they would let that magic into their lives as well. I would like to share all kinds of stuff here because I had pretty wild experiences, and it's not the wildest. I've heard even wilder stuff happening, but like from seeing a ghost, getting enlightened, and then not being enlightened anymore, to talking to God, and not only talking to God, but actually hearing the answer back, to wild serendipitous moments and crazy manifestations. And I'm not claiming to be like manifestation guru or anything like that, but I do know that a lot of stuff happened to me and it was absolutely manifested by me. And I know that it happened multiple times. I just ran out of storage. I had to offload a few things on my phone. Where was I? In terms of manifesting, I always feel like there is certain pattern to how I felt and what I was thinking before it appeared in my life. And things as simple as whenever I feel a certain way and when my vibration frequency is higher, I always see the repeating numbers, for example. And how does that even work? Like, it's something so weird and mysterious to me. So fascinating how our internal reality is connected to the external reality, or better said, how the external reality is mirrored by our internal reality. And the saying, as within, so without. And from my experience, I've seen is to be 100% true. And yes, while quantum physics is actually close to explaining some of these things, I still believe we have no clue on what's going on, really. And all we can do is just follow this inner guidance, intuition, our inner emotional compass. Whatever feels good, whatever feels right. I believe that we really can count on that and just follow the good feeling. But of course, not denying the need of inner work and facing some darker parts of yourself and healing those parts. This is absolutely as well necessary, but that's the key, to look inside for those dark parts and heal them, not the outside. And I believe that if we heal parts of ourselves, we heal the parts of the whole as well. And that's why, in my opinion, it is important to not go too deep into the dark stuff in the world, to not cause yourself to integrate that darkness in you, because that way we are just all losing, really. So, if you enjoy a conversation like that, also about self improvement, self help, and exploring who we really are and what are we doing here in this time and space reality, and stick around and let me know what else would you like to talk about. And if you had any unexplainable experiences, please share. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.